Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. In today's video, I bring you 3 brand new products by Marc Jacobs that I'm very excited to share with you. One of them being the Runaway Omega Glaze in the shade Worth the Wait. I'm very excited to show you how this product performs to the face. Now, another product that I will be showing you today is the Marc Jacobs Accomplice Instant Blurring Powder. And last but not least, I also got the Marc Jacobs Accomplice Concealer and Touch Up Stick, which I'm very excited to try it on because I heard all great things about these products. Now, before we get started, please consider to subscribe to my channel, ring that little notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload new videos. And now if you want to know more about these products, just keep on watching. During the Sephora spring sale, I was able to grab this Marc Jacobs Accomplice Instant Blurring Beauty Powder. And when you open it up, you will find this beautiful compact right here. Now, when you open up the compact, there is a mirror. Sorry about that, but there is a plastic cover that helps protect the powder. And here you go, there is the powder inside, and I got it in the shade 52 Siren. Now, this powder right here also comes with a brush. So this brush right here comes inside on the top of the contact case and is actually magnetic. Now, another thing that I want to point out is if you want to put your brush back right here, some of the bristles of the brush may start cutting in the top of the compact, and that may, you know, like maybe damage a little bit the brush. So the good thing it is that you can open this up right here. So you can open the top right there, and then you can place your brush, which is magnetic again. There you go. And then you can close it up. So it's really nice and friendly to travel. Now, the price of this compact is $49, so it's pretty up high. And today I want to put it to the test and see if it will give me the same results or similar results of my beloved Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. This powder right here costs $45 and it had works wonders for me. So if this can do that, I mean, it may be another second option, although this is a little bit more pricey. But let's see how it works. Now, during the sale, I also pick up the Marc Jacobs Accomplice Concealer and Touch Up Stick. It comes in this box. Now, when you open up the box, you will get this container right here. So there's Marc Jacobs. It looks kind of like a bullet lipstick. And I got it in the shade Medium 30 Accomplice. And it's really hot here in my studio, so I'm sweating like crazy. But here it is, when you open it out, how it comes. Now you can twist it up and then the concealer comes out. It looks like a very creamy formula. In the sale, I also got this Runaway 9/12/2018 Omega Glaze All Over Foil Illuminizer, and the shade is called Worth the Wait, number 80. And it comes in this polka dot package, super cute, super nice. And then when you open it up, it's one of the same big compacts, like the ones that you'll find in the bronzers in black. It says Marc Jacobs. You open it, and again, it has a really nice big mirror, and then the protective cover, and then the color, looks really, really pearlized, kind of white color. Now, this highlighter right here is limited edition and it costs $49. And I don't know if I forgot to tell you the price of the concealer. The concealer is also $49, just like the powder. Now, last year, Marc Jacobs came out with another highlighter product. It was in the shade Guilty, and it came in this beautiful gold package. And when you open it inside, it's more like a very gold with kind of like a peach undertone. Very beautiful. I really like it. I think this is really good for like a summertime type of highlighter glow. Very, very pretty. So right now I'm trying a new foundation. I really don't know if I like this foundation or not that much. And I will see. I maybe do a review and follow up with you. But anyhow, it's not a Marc Jacobs foundation, so it's something different. I'm going to start applying this Marc Jacobs concealer. But before we do so, let me read you a little bit more about the claims about this Accomplice Concealer and Touch-Up Stick. So what it says here on the Sephora website, it is a long-wearing creamy concealer and touch-up stick perfect for on-the-go in a range of 17 full coverage shades. I was going to say 70. No, not 70. 17. So the shade range is not a lot. And as you can tell from the Sephora's website, the shade range is kind of like targeting the fair skin, more into the medium and deep skin tone, but not so much into the dark skin tone, which is a little bit of a shame right there. But I hope Marc Jacobs as well as other brands keep expanding their shade range so they can cater to all different type of skin tones. Now it says that this Accomplice Concealer and Touch-Up Stick covers and blends seamlessly for a skin that looks totally natural. It layers beautifully under or over makeup, blurring the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections, while hiding dark circles, which I do have really dark circles right here, blemishes, and uneven skin tone. Alright, so let's just put it into the test. And I'm going to be doing one eye at a time. I'm just going to go straight into the tube. And I was able to get shade match at my local Sephora. So that's good. I'm going to try on this side. I'm going to try it with a beauty blender, this mini beauty blender. And let me get you a little bit closer. And what it seems like, it is a little bit of a thicker formula. So I will really suggest to work one eye at a time. Otherwise, it will be a little bit hard to blend. It's actually blending really good. It's really creamy and it is covering my dark circles. Now let me try on the other eye with a brush. So I'm gonna be using this Sephora 67 precision brush, and I'm gonna diffuse the concealer. So just right off the bat, either with a beauty blender or a sponge, it blends really nice. It's thick formula, so again, try to work one eye at a time. And then with a brush, it was also easy to blend. I'm just gonna build it up a little bit more, and I'm gonna work it in with my fingers because it has this kind of like, very creamy, a little bit on the waxy side formula that maybe with the warmth of your fingers will be easier to blend to, or not easier to blend, but at least contain it wherever you wanna, hide those black circles. So it blends really well. The coverage is not crazy coverage as like a Tarte Shape tape. So that is my first impression right off the bat. Now I'm going to be going with the Accomplice Blurring Powder in the shade 52 Siren, which is the second shade. This comes in only 4 different shades. And according to the details at Sephora, it says that it's a blurring touch-up powder in a cheek compact with a built-in brush that sets, blurs, and reduces the look of shine. Perfect for on the go. It also says that it contains just a hint of perfecting pearl pigment to diffuse light and filter away the look of imperfections. So now let's go ahead and apply it. Now the brush that it comes here, to be honest, is not my favorite brush to apply any powder, to be honest, but should I try it? I don't know. It's not gonna get right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use my handy dandy hourglass brush, and I'm just gonna tap it in right there in the middle. And let's see right here. Okay, so the brush is grabbing quite a bit, and I'm just gonna set my under eye. But you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eye on my right hand side, and I'm gonna leave unset my other eye. So let's leave this one unset and this set. That way I will know if this concealer creases or not. What about that? Let's do that. So I have finished to set my under eye areas. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the brush that comes with the compact, and I want to set my entire face with it. And this is not normal for me. I'm not a person that likes to set my whole face, just because I don't like a cakey face. I don't like to modify too much my skin because I have signs of aging. I have some wrinkles. I mean, mostly on my under eyes, but I have, you know, signs of aging right here on my smile lines and a little bit on my forehead. So I just feel like if I put too much powder, sometimes those lines, they become more noticeable. But what I noticed when I was actually applying this powder on my under eye, it is that it has this luminosity that, like the description says, it has some pearlized type of finish, so it will give you perhaps like a glowy skin. I don't know, so I'm gonna try it right now, but I'm gonna be using the brush that it comes with the powder. And this brush picks up plenty of powder. So I'm just gonna tap it a little, and I'm just gonna start applying it. It doesn't mattify the foundation, which is really, really nice. At least to my point of view, because I don't like matte foundations, and I don't like my face to look, again, too mattified, because it shows even more my fine line. Okay, I have powdered my face, and like I said, it gave me not a glow, radiant finish, satin finish, a little bit of pearlized, nothing glowy, no shimmer, no shimmer, no nothing like that. So okay, so far I like it. I'm gonna finish my makeup, and then I will come back to actually try this Runaway Omega Glaze Foil Luminizer, this highlighter that I'm very excited to see how it will look on my skin, because it looks really white, but let's see how it goes. So now let me just keep going with my eye look, and I will be right back. Okay, my friends, so I just came back with my eye look on, and actually it has passed maybe a couple, more than 2 hours, like 2 hours and a half since I applied the concealer and the powder right here. I was supposed to be recording, but then my husband couldn't take my kids to their afternoon activities, so then I had to stop recording. I took them to their activities, then came back, and then making this eye look because I'm recording for another video right now. So if you want to see this eye look, it's coming. So right now it's about 5:58, and I apply all of these at around 3:30. So it has passed almost 2 hours and a half, something like that. And I will say that the concealer in both sides is not really moving as much. So either set it or not setting it, not settling into my fine lines, but I will get you up close in a minute. Now, before we continue, I want to go ahead and apply this Runway Omega Glaze Luminizer. Now, this right here is a limited edition product. It costs $49. So pricey. So the shade, I don't know, I wasn't super excited to get it, because honestly, when you swatch it, I swatched it in the store. This is a brand new one. Right here, it looked like so, you know, like white. So I will go ahead and swatch it for you, but you see how it goes on my finger, like you will see. This is how it goes on my finger, and I barely touch it. So I don't know how it will apply on my skin. I mean, it looks very pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's like very, very, very white color. I mean, not white, but more pearlized. Now, I have the Omega Glaze in the shade Guilty 79, and this was a limited edition for the holidays, or it came around the holidays. And this is more like gold shade that I was planning to actually use now that summer is coming, so you can tell the difference in colors. Okay, so let's stop rambling, and what about if I apply it? So my face, I haven't set it with any setting spray or anything like that. I just used my blush, and my bronzer, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Wayne Goss number 10 brush. I'm gonna go to this shade right here. Okay, here we go. I was thinking I was gonna be disappointed on these, but I'm not. It gives you kind of like a really wet look to the skin, and it's not a white stripe at all. I don't know if you can see it. It's so beautiful. It's beaming. Now go gentle with it, because I think it will emphasize any texture that you have in there. So do not go whammy crazy. I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more. So the shade is really pretty, but it kind of emphasized my texture. Not sure. Let's go on this side. It's really beautiful. I really like it. The only thing is I went a little bit ham right here. So I will say go with a light hand. You will get this beautiful wet look, because if you go with a heavy hand or you put too much of this product, it may emphasize your texture. But if you go light-handed like I did on this side right here, it just gives you the most beautiful wet look sheen to your skin without emphasizing any texture. Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do with these brands? They keep bringing out so many cool things, and then we're getting broke. We're getting in debt. Hopefully not, right? So I'm surprised, I'm impressed. I really love this highlighter. It's called Worth the Wait. I think yes, it's worth the wait. So if they were having, because I know when these came out last year, a lot of people is like, that's too gold. But I mean, they, in a way, they cater to, you know, deeper skin tones, medium to tan, tan to deep skin tones with this one. And then people were like, well, we need something lighter, something for our fur friends. There you go, you have it right here. This will work really well for fair skin tone. I do have like a medium, light to medium skin tone, and it works really good for me. So yes, Marc Jacobs, you're doing good. Yes, this is worth the wait. This is a really nice, beautiful product. And now if you are sprayed with, like if you put a setting spray, this will melt in your skin. It will look so, so pretty too. I really like it. Okay, now let's go and check on the concealer and the setting powder. So now that I got you really close and really personal, and you can see my past, present, and future, I can tell that the concealer has a beautiful finish. Now, this concealer is very creamy, and I do have a lot of fine lines right here, lots of them. Okay, it hasn't settled into my fine lines. Now on this side, I didn't set it with the powder. On this side, I went ahead and set it with the powder. And honestly, the powder is not cakey, but the powder has some luminosity to it. It doesn't have, has a sheen to it. It doesn't have glitter. That being said, if you put this powder, you will find that you will have some glistening right here on this area. So for an under eye powder, it may not be the best. Now for the rest of my face, when I set the rest of my face, I really like it because it gave that luminosity to my skin. But for the under eyes, if you're looking to mattify but it's like very fine, this may not be the right powder for that, because it has that luminous, you know, like finish sheen for the skin, which is really pretty. But I hope you can get what I'm saying. That maybe for the under eyes, it may not be the best powder for the under eyes, but it doesn't cake up. It actually holds up well, the concealer. But this concealer definitely doesn't crease. I mean, it didn't crease on me. It's creamy, but it stayed on. So I think it gave good coverage. It's hydrating. And now I'm here under the studio lights right now, and it's really hot. It was 75 degrees today in where I'm living at. and I don't know, the house feels kind of like steamy hot. So anyhow, I don't know what you think about this concealer. Now it hasn't given me like a lot of coverage for my dark circles. I mean, you can still see my dark circle peeking through, but that's kind of normal for me. I have big divots, so I usually need to go with a color corrector or with a very heavy concealer like the Tarte Shape Tape in order for me to really cover those dark circles. They are really, really dark. I actually call them black circles because how dark they are. Otherwise, the powder looks super pretty on the skin and give me this radiant look. I like the Laura Mercier Glow Setting or Finish Powder, and that has glitter in it. That has a lot of shimmer. This is 3 tones down. So this is a really, I mean, if you didn't like that powder but you want that radiant look, this will be a good powder for that. It's actually a really nice blurring powder, like it says the name. Now, as a wrap up for these Marc Jacobs products, as far as the concealer goes, I like the concealer. I like that you don't have to set it and it doesn't move that much. Now, the amount of coverage that it gives you is not a lot. I mean, it gives enough coverage, but for a person like me that have really dark circles, I may need maybe a little more extra coverage. Now, another important thing is this is a very creamy formula. To me, it didn't dry, and I have what people may call kind of mature type of under eyes with a lot of like fine lines on the bottom. So it's a creamy formula, but it doesn't move. Now it doesn't look matte on me, to be honest. It doesn't. It really worked really well, at least for these couple hours that I had it on. Now, the powder. For the powder, I was looking for a powder that may, you know, replace, well, not really replace, but kind of be along the lines of the Charlotte Tilbury one. But no, this powder is completely different. This has a radiant finish, while the Charlotte Tilbury powder has more of a matte finish. They are both very finely milled. Now, this powder will give you a very radiant look. Now, I really like, personally, the Laura Mercier Glow Translucent Setting Powder, which is not really a setting powder. To me, I consider a finish powder. I never use it on my under eyes because it has a lot of shimmer particles, a lot of them, very dense. And I actually like to use it on my cheekbones, on the top of my forehead, right here on this area, and a little bit on my nose, but never on my under eyes. So comparing these two, this is a lot less glowy. It's actually a very nice radiant finish, and again, like I said, it is very finely milled, and it doesn't give you any type of glitter on your skin. So let me show you right here a comparison. This up here is the Marc Jacobs powder in 52 Siren. The middle right here is the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 2 medium, and then this right here is the translucent setting powder by Laura Mercier in the glow version. As you can see, this has more of like a highlighting effect. This one is more matte and a little bit more neutral, and then the 52 Siren by Marc Jacobs, it has a little bit more of a peach undertone, and the Marc Jacobs is not as glowy as the Laura Mercier one. I actually really like this powder by Marc Jacobs. I think it's a beautiful finish setting powder for all over the face, because if you have been watching me for some time, you know that I don't like to set my face, but sometimes I need to, but I don't like the mattifying products. So I think I'm gonna actually keep this powder right here because it gives me a little, you know, beautiful radiance without being too glowy. So this is a tone, a couple, like 3 tones down from this right here. Now, as far as this highlighter right here, I really like it, but the only thing, if you don't want to have a white stripe, and if you have my skin tone, which is light to medium or medium to tan, go very light-handed, because if you go heavy-handed with it, you will end up having like a white stripe. You cannot see it in camera, but in person, this side right here looks like a little bit more like a white stripe. And this one, this side right here that I went light-handed, it actually looks like a wet look. I think this is meant to be for fair to light skin tones, and like I said, if you have a medium skin tone, use it light-handed and it will give you this wet looking finish that is very pretty, but just be careful with it. Now I wanted to give you some swatches of other concealers that work for me. This up here, it is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium. The second one is the Accomplice Concealer by Marc Jacobs, and that I got it in the shade Medium 30. Now this other shade right here is the Born This Way Concealer in shade Light Beige. Then this third shade right here, it is the Huda Beauty Concealer Overachiever in the shade Sugar Biscuit. Now this shade right here, it is the Fenty Beauty Concealer in shade 235. And then last I have the Magic Away Concealer by Charlotte Tilbury, and that is in the shade 6 Medium. So I just want to compare it to you right over here. There you go. So I'm very happy with the products overall. They perform really, really well, and I hope you really enjoy this video, that you enjoy this review. Please comment down below. Let me know if you're planning to pick up any of these products or how you like them, if you like them, if you didn't. If you enjoy these type of videos, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, doesn't cost anything, and you have great content right here. For those that have already subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you so much for the support, and until the next time, you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.